Hi, I'm Priyanka Evangeline, your internet speech language pathologist. So, I love to read books, and this is one of the books that I am currently reading. And when reading this book, I got this very interesting thought in mind that I want you to know because it's going to help you in how you teach your child. And after explaining this concept, I am going to give you 3 tips on how you can use this and implement it with your child at home to teach them language. So, in this book, there is an extreme scenario of the current world that we live in where there is this organization which controls how people live and what they do, what news they read, what books they read, what activities they do, what food they eat, and what work they do. They control everything because they want all the people to be under their control and listen to them. So, in this process, this government or the organization employs this very interesting strategy where they're going to take all the words in English. Like, let's say there are 10,000 million words in English, and they're going to condense and reduce all that huge number of words into a very small set of words, let's say 50 or 100 words. So the goal is, the reason that they do this is very interesting, and it is a concept that comes even in linguistics, what we call the Sapir-Whorf hypothesis. So the reason they do this is so that they can control people's thought. So long they've been controlling the actions and their activities and the food they eat, the water they drink, the activities they do, everything. They've been controlling what they can on the outside world. Now they're trying to control what people do even inside their minds and how they think. When you have very little words to express, you wouldn't think more about what you want to talk, and you wouldn't try to go deeper into it. You wouldn't try to explain much about it. So you just talk these 15 words and you're happy. For us speech therapists, this is an interesting concept because this shows the relationship between thought and language, which is something scientists have been searching, researching, and trying to understand. Because have you ever thought like how language originated, or how we express ourselves, how thoughts are converted into language? And you see where I'm going with this is that most of our children have difficulty expressing their thoughts. Most often this, you can see this as, when they're upset or when they want something, there's a lot of crying and fussing and tantrums involved. Instead of asking for it, instead of reasoning, why won't you give me, instead of using language. And that's where behavioral difficulties come up for children. First, you have to understand the relationship between thought and language. That is, when you see an object, let's say you see a ball, this thing is a ball only because there is a language of ball, and there is a concept that it is round, the concept that it bounces, you throw, you play with it. So all of these concepts around this object is linked to the language that this object has, and the language that we gave it. Now we come to the 3 important things that you can teach your children. First thing is to teach them feelings, because before thought originates in our mind, all of us have feelings, and these feelings are very primitive, and it originates in the deep parts of the brain which have been there for so many years. So when your child has an emotion, try to give language to that emotion. So you saw how in the story that they try to reduce all the language or the words in a language into very few words. Now we're going to do the opposite. Now our child only knows very few words. Now we are trying to expand that word, and in the same process expand their thoughts and expand their language. Now whenever you talk to your child, first thing is identify what they're feeling. Like, it happens often, right? They cry, they get angry, they are happy, suddenly they laugh, suddenly something is funny to them. So during all these instances, go near to your child, sit next to them, preferably near their face. Be like, don't have your child's face here and your face over here, but they will not be able to pay attention. So go nearby them and explain what they are feeling. Like, I'm happy, jolly, 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 happy, yay. So you see that there is this emotion that they're feeling, and we are associating that emotion to some words like happy, jolly, yay, with that emotion. Same way when they are angry, saying, I'm angry, I'm angry, I'm mad, I don't have this toy. My mother is not giving me this. So you try to associate that anger with reason also. And also by naming what they're feeling, like angry, upset, mad, irritated. Other emotions you can teach them are sad. When a child is sad, you can go, I am sad, I want to cry, wow, I'm crying, like that. So even if your child is an older child, you can say, I'm sad, I don't have this toy, I'm upset, I want this toy. So you can talk in more complex language for a child who's already very verbal and expressive. The second way you can use this is by helping your child express their needs. Mostly we teach our children like, I want this, I want that, which is also good. Expand their requesting and needs by, I don't want this, I need this, I have to go outside. Teach your child more different types of phrases. Now, if you want more information on this, refer to my two videos that I'll be linking in this place and in the comment section and the description box. Two videos on functional communication. The first video talks about what is functional communication, what are the different types of functions of communications that you can teach your child, and example phrases that you can teach them. The second video is a demo video of how you can do the same thing in an everyday activity. So functional communication deals with how to convert my thought into language, and that is what most of our children have a difficulty with. So watch those two videos, write down what are the phrases you're going to teach your child and start implementing them. Now you're going to take 1 minute to comment on what do you think you want to teach your child next. Are you going to teach your child emotions or are you going to teach your child functional phrases? Comment below. And then now we'll move on to our third tip. Third tip is to teach more vocabulary to your child. Now you remember how I took this ball and I was telling you different words related to ball, like ball, throw, catch, play, round, yellow, soft, big, small. There's so many words related to one concept. And most often what we do is, we have identified that our child has a language delay. And the first thought, and we see in therapy also, a lot of therapists also only take flashcards and teach children what is this is that, what is this is this, which is okay, but again, it's not communication. Communication is the ability to form language with my thoughts, to express my thoughts to another person so that they can understand me. So that part somehow goes away in most traditional therapies. And what we need to focus on here is not just to take flashcards and teach children what is this, because this is just a memory task. This is not a communication task. So instead, focus on what can you teach about an object with your child. So don't focus more on nouns, like fruit names, animal names, vegetable names. Children are going to learn all this later in life, and they don't really need to use, for example, if you learn the word porcupine or if you learn the word star fruit, you're not actually going to see that in everyday life, and it's not meaningful to know that word. But if you learn the word eat fruit or buy fruit, that is something you're going to do and use in everyday life. So find and teach your child more important things, important words related to any object. Like when you take this, don't just ask what is this. This is a water bottle. Ask your child, open bottle, drink, cluck, 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 drink water. So try to teach your child more vocabulary apart from just labeling pictures and objects. That is, apart from just nouns, teach verbs, action words, teach adjectives, descriptive concepts. And actually, if you need more help with this teaching vocabulary, I'm going to link another third video here which teaches you 5 easy ways in which you can teach more vocabulary to your child. And I'm also going to link a 4th video which is a preposition activity. So it's a very simple activity you can do at home with just a paper and a pen with your child, which teaches a lot of prepositions like in, on, under, over, these concepts. So teach more words, improve your child's vocabulary so that they can form more thoughts and express themselves more. So if you like this video and you watched the whole thing, make sure you hit the like button, because if you hit the like button, it will help me and it will help other parents who watch this video also. Bye. See you in the next video.